Okay, so you can see the warning sign. Harmful algal bloom, HAB. So what does that really mean? And why is that sign there? So let's talk a little bit about it. So you can see the nice green color of the water. I know everyone loves that. Here at Carnegie Lake in Princeton. And I've come here because they do a lot of water quality testing. And they've recently put this on a warning list for having found the organisms that cause harmful algal blooms. So what is an HAB? What's a harmful algal bloom? It has to be harmful, first of all, and involves algae. So we're talking about photosynthetic organisms of different kinds. We're at freshwater here, so we're most likely talking about cyanobacteria, and that's actually what they found here, blue-green algae, and it could also be golden algae, but there are different photosynthetic organisms that also cause HABs at our coastline in the oceans and saltwater, and they also have issues, and we could talk about red tides along those lines too. But since we're at a freshwater area, let's explain a little bit more about what happens. So any of these water bodies have photosynthetic organisms in them, and those photosynthetic organisms are often have a limiting factor that prevents their populations from going out of control. And some of those limiting factors may be phosphorus, for example, and also nitrogen. And these could be runoff that get into water bodies like this from fertilizers, and even those wonderful geese, their goose poop does contain a bit of that as well, that phosphorus and nitrogen that is added to the water, then again creates an explosion in population, along with warmer waters, still waters. Climate change leads to more warm water, so you should expect more of this, and that can lead to these blooms. Watch the cormorant as it swims away. But anyway, so why do we care about those blooms? Not only because there's just too many of those microorganisms, and that's not really the issue, but sometimes, not always, but sometimes they do release toxins, and those toxins are harmful to human health as well as fish and animals in the water, and can also increase things like turbidity. I showed you the green water. Well, the other part of that green water is a bit murkier than it would be, and that can also impact the amount of light that gets to the bottom. We could talk about biochemical oxygen demand and how that would work if we kept this going over a longer period of time. So in New Jersey, what we've done is we've actually gone and made what we call an HAB dashboard, where they are monitoring water bodies, sampling them regularly, and then saying if they fall into a warning category like this one does at the moment. There is a one higher category where it really is dangerous to be in here, and there's a potential for danger here. And there are two lesser categories, so moderate, and then when they don't find anything at all, and it's perfectly clear from having an HAB concern at the moment. Again, this one is in warning, and they've put up signs and told people about it, and there still are people using, as you can see, the kayaks going, the water here, and it should be moderately safe to do so, but probably advise against it at the moment.